Hey honey roses, welcome to my channel. I am Mystic Alchemy. All right, if this is your first time, welcome. Hello. Let's see what this message is about. However, I did get a download. I am an intuitive reader, by the way, and I do receive visions when I'm awake and in my dreams. Let me see what this spirit is about. What this spirit is about. I actually didn't mean to say that, but many times when I speak, spirit speaks through me. But the download that I received is how many hearts do they have to break until they realize that they're the problem? Okay. I received that download about like 25 minutes ago. Let's see what spirit wants to tell you all about this. How many hearts do they have to break before they realize? Okay, so this person is in denial. Because I have the hanged man in the upright. So that means that they do know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, but they kind of like, they always act like it's not them. So basically with this person, I'm not going to say everyone that they meet is like a gem. However, there's many good quality individuals that they emotionally abused in the past and the relationship ended. But this person goes through this cycle where they continue to get into a relationship with the next person very quickly. Like there is no healing because they don't think they need to heal. They always say that it's the other person's fault. Like it's never their fault if you ask them. Nothing is ever their fault. They're never the problem. But the thing is that this person has been hurt before. And it feels like this is a masculine energy that's feeling like this. Like this person has been hurt before. So being that they've been hurt is like a defense mechanism, like a protection that they feel that they need to put ahead of them when it comes to meeting new people, dating, getting into relationships, serious or not. It's like they always are stuck with that mentality. I'm gonna get you before you get me. Like I'm gonna hurt you before you hurt me. So they never really get a chance to see anything blossom because they destroy it before it can bloom. They don't give it a chance. That's what I'm feeling here. I have the Hanged Man in reverse, the Four of Swords, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so they actually do end up being blessed enough to come across people that are relationship worthy. But they always end badly because of this person. It's like this person will be like, I really like this person. They're beautiful. They treat me right. But then they'll be like, they're probably hiding something. They're probably talking to somebody already. They're probably going to cheat on me. They probably don't even like me like that. Like all these negative thoughts that they end up having, like they sell themselves short and they don't even give themselves the opportunity to see if it's going to work or not. Like they stop it before they even know where it's going. It's giving like 2 to 3 months, maybe 6. And I feel like that's kind of pushing it. And the people that this person is with, if they last 6 months, they're a real trooper, because this person it's giving love bomb at first and then slowly acting distant and weird. Like, why are you being weird? You think I don't see you being weird? Like, you know? And I feel like some of these people that they deal with, they do see them being weird, but they keep holding on to the beginning. You know, the love bomb phase that this person always shows. Like very interested, calling all the time. Actually chiming in on the conversation, seeming like they're really listening, which I can't take it away that they're not listening, because they could be. But that's like the stage where they're like excited because they're meeting a new person. This person gets excited when they meet new people, like a kid in a candy store, very, very excited. And it's like a high when a new person is interested in them. Yeah, it's like a cycle. Okay, so that the part of this is, okay, they've been hurt before, yes. They've been hurt before. But as soon as you might say something that they might feel insecure about, and you might not even know, you might just be in conversation and not even know that they're feeling some type of way about something, but they won't say anything, but then they'll start acting strange because maybe something that you say reminds them of something that happened in the past, and they don't want to tell you because they don't want to seem weak. So then they start acting distant, funny style, not calling as much as they were before. And then they act so busy. It's giving this energy like, oh, I'm so busy during this time. And it's like some weird excuses because you may have hit them with some realness and they couldn't take it. It may have been a little too much for their spirit to accept because they're not ready to. So I feel like there's something. Of course, this person has a lot that they have gone through in the past, and that's why they're like this. But they don't realize that they're hurting themselves. Like, they don't even really know that they are. They're also stuck in their ways. This person is stuck in their ways. They keep doing the same thing over and over again on repeat, like a broken record. And it's like, I just feel like you're not tired of that. It feels tiring, but I don't think this person is, they're not fulfilled, but they make themselves believe that they are fulfilled. Like, they make themselves believe that everything's fine. But they're really not. And it's because it's hard for them to trust people. See, this is somebody that shouldn't be in a relationship. They should just like chill and figure themselves out. But they're not even giving themselves enough time to, because I feel like this person is attractive as well. Because it feels like they have energies lined up. Like, there's people that just want them, like right now. So that's why it's always so easy for them to just end up in something else. They just end up in something else. They have to have some willpower to like want to say no and realize that it's better for them to say no. Because it's like it's like every relationship, every time they do this, a little part of them gets lost. So in a minute, it's like they're going to be transparent. Because they're not going to have any piece of them left. I mean, it might be to the point where it's already like that. Yeah, something happened where they know now. They feel like they know what they're doing, or they might have caught on, or they're choosing not to be, well, at least to themselves. I feel like to the outside world, like to the public, they act as though everything's fine. But when they're alone and they think with the judgment, clarifying the Four of Swords, they're like, I know it's me. I know I'm hurt. And I know I keep on doing this because I don't want nobody to hurt me. I know I'm doing that. But that's fine with me. Because I'm not. It's like very stone cold energy. This person is cold because they're trying to protect themselves. But they're not. Excuse me. Their protection is so high that not only are they repelling negative energy, they're also repelling good energy as well. There's people that are actually good for them, and they're pushing them away from being afraid. Yeah. The 8 of Swords is coming out to clarify the Lover's card. They're so stuck in their own mind. They're in a mental prison when it comes to relationships. But they do want love. This person absolutely is somebody that wants love. So they'd rather have that high that you go through when you first meet a person. Your endorphins are running high. You get butterflies when you see them because you like them so much. You know, it's like they're using that as fulfillment for true love. Like they're using that temporary feeling that they keep on getting over and over again in all these new relationships with these people that they choose to deal with. But it's not truly satisfying for them. They keep on telling themselves that they're waiting for the right one, but there'll never be a right one with them in this mindset, because they'll always find something wrong or create something wrong. This is giving me an energy of this person meeting someone that's like a really good person. Like they're not out partying all the time. They have goals. They have income, you know. Their morals and ethics are correct. And they're a homebody. This person sees that at first and says, oh yeah, this person is, you know, a cool person. I like the vibe. But then something inside them says, oh, they're home so much because they run a boom boom room at night. That's why they're home so much. Like you just made that up. Because you don't have no evidence to support that thought. Like, stop. And I feel like this person does that just to find a way to trick themselves into believing that they shouldn't completely fall for a person. So they just start making stuff up and then believe it too. Believe in the lies that they create to protect themselves from something that may not even happen. It's fear. That's fear. This person is in fear. So if you're dealing with somebody that's saying, like, I've had a lot of partners, you know, yes, it could be labeled as promiscuous. It could. But why? Where is the promiscuity coming from, right? A lot of times it's from some void inside of you. You're like, something's missing. And this person is missing the belief that they do deserve love, and that they will find love, or love will find them. Yep. Stressed out. Oh, you might have told this person that they don't do right by you. They're not acting right. They're not doing right. It's like, I thought you were like a boss. Like, I thought you were a boss and you're not. That's disappointing. That is such a disappointment. When you like someone and when you first meet them, you see bossed up energy. Like, oh, okay. But then you start seeing little things that show that trauma hasn't been healed, and that they just walking around here doing things to people and acting a certain way. And then it's like, you let me down. You let me down, man. You know? Then you just gotta move on and continue on living life, right? There's a lot of people that, because they're choosing not to heal, they're missing out on some beautiful relationships. Because even though this reading is very specific and it's coming out as a masculine energy, I feel like this is a situation that can also happen with feminine energies as well. I feel like it can happen with everybody, because when you're hurt, you want to protect yourself. And it's okay to protect yourself and vet people. That should always take place regardless of what happened to you in your past. You should always vet people out and see how you truly feel about the specific person or whatever. But you can't use your trauma against people. Like, you can't put everybody into the same category just because one or two or maybe three people broke your heart. It doesn't mean that everybody's gonna break your heart. And I feel like that's very sad that happens. That's another sad story of the world that we live in. Yeah, I feel like you actually did tell this person, I see what's wrong with you. You may have called them out. You may have, with this Queen of Swords clarifying the sun, you might have shined a light on them. Like, yeah, I could see you. I see you. I know what's wrong with you. But are you going to acknowledge the problem? Or are you just going to ignore it and act like it's not there? Because that's what this person is doing. Behind closed doors, when they're laying in their bed alone in a room, they're probably like crying at night. And they acknowledge the truth about what's wrong with them to themselves. But then they go outside the next day with a smile on their face, acting like they don't feel all of that. And like they don't have to do anything about it. They could just continue on the cycle of the revolving doors. And they know it's not doing anything for them, but making them worse. Because it's like they're feeding that energy, that spirit of, it's like incubus, succubus type spirit that's just on their back, just sitting there, waiting to feed. Ew. Ugh. You know how many demons are just like attached to some people? I know it sounds scary. I don't want to scare nobody. But the thing is about me is I can see people's stuff. I can see it, and I don't want to see it, but I could see it. And it's like the person is just a host, but they're just walking around and they think everything, not even that, I think a lot of them know that something's wrong, but they kind of just move around like they're okay, you know, instead of trying to take even small steps to heal that. But that incubus succubus now, that will have you sleeping out here with everybody. You're gonna be with everybody. And you share your energy so much with so many different people, and then you don't know what kind of spirits are attached to that person or those people. Then it just like a downward spiral of horrible, you know. So if you feel like you it's one thing to be cautious and ask a lot of questions and be inquisitive. That's fine. But if you are putting new people in a category of the person of the past just because they said something that reminded you of someone else, that's not fair to them. So it's like, why put someone in a predicament to actually start feeling you in a relationship and wanting to be with you, to then know that you're not trying to continue on with the relationship because you're really not ready. So you just want to play a little for a second until you want to accuse them of something that they didn't do because you're really afraid of what could happen that didn't happen yet, that may not even happen. because they didn't give it a chance to happen. It's like, how many hearts do you have to break until you realize that it's your fault? You know, that's like working for the enemy. That is working for the enemy. But because a person is stuck in their ways, they don't look at it like that. So this is the type of person that keeps on breaking people's hearts. And you know, when people's hearts are broken, that they can't create. They can't actually work in their purpose, right? Because when your heart is broken, you can't do anything. It's like a disease. Like you could literally just become like a vegetable. To the point where you're not moving and you literally need to be rehabilitated. So when this person walks around and breaks people's hearts, they're really they're delaying the elevation of societal consciousness. Like they're contributing to the delay instead of to the encouraging aspect of it all. Like that's what they're choosing to do, but that's real broad. But that is what it is though. Because that's what ends up happening. Because they're inflicting the pain that they have from a past situation that they didn't heal from, and they keep passing it around from person to person. And if this is a promiscuous person, that could be hundreds of people. Like there's literally people out here that are having sexual relations with hundreds of people. Like this is a real thing. This is not a game. Do you see how powerful that is? In a negative light though, not in a positive way. See, you can spread love and you're helping people heal their hearts and lighten their hearts. That's one thing. But if you out here, I wanted to say something real rough, but I'm not gonna talk crazy like that. I'm not gonna be profane today, you know. I'm just gonna chill. That's sad, man. That's crazy too. Hundreds? Oh my gosh, did y'all hear about, I don't know, I saw it real quick. It was like, I didn't even like click on it. I didn't click on it, but I just want to say it real quick. It said something about in Texas, people are ending up in the hospital with 3 STDs at the same time though. 3? At the same time? Nope, lock it up, block up shop, close it up. Padlock, clank, clank, please. That is like, what? 3 at one time? It's got to stop somewhere. Please, somebody. Grace and generosity. Benefactor. Look at the mice, just happy. Inside of the mushroom. Happy little mice. The number 3 is on that card. This person needs to find one person that they like and actually try to see where it goes. They need to actually take relationships seriously, because that would be beneficial to them, because they could end up with the love of their life. But they're not going to end up with the love of their life if they keep this up. It's not going to happen, because they're going to be continuing on with the same nonsense that is destroying them. They're destroying themselves. I just heard before the year ends, they're going to be annihilated. Hopefully they don't catch those three STDs at the same time at this rate. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. Okay, so with the 4 of Swords and the Judgment card, they're actually realizing the problem. And yeah, I did say that already though. Like they realize it and they acknowledge it to themselves, but not to other people though. Because they'll find happiness in actually being with one person. And it's not like they even have that mentality of, oh, I can't be with one person, I need to be with multiple people. It's not that. It's really a defense mechanism is the reason why they keep bouncing from person to person, because they're too afraid to give their heart to one person, because they feel too vulnerable. They feel way too vulnerable. And so that makes them go on this pattern of the revolving door. And I feel like literally there's somebody already there, right at the time that the last situation ends. Somebody's already there, you know, initiation. They're being called, like, they're being called to truly awaken and to adhere to it, adhere to the awakening. Like, okay, they're being called to it, but the question is, are they really going to do it? They know they should, but will they? Luck and right timing. They were lucky to have someone like you in their life, and it was the right timing, but they messed it up. 5, 2, 3 is 5. So it was you were a time for them to change. You were a time for them to change. You were a person that it would have been good for them to start their change, but they chose otherwise. They chose otherwise. Reconciliation. Oh, this person might want to reconcile with you, but I don't think you're with it because it came out in reverse. Inspiration. You were an inspiration in this person's life. Because remember when I told you 336? You remind them of, you give them nostalgia. You give them, you make them feel at home. Like they're with family. You make them feel like you're family. Okay. Now let me go back to what I was saying. Remember I was telling you that you said something to them, and when you said something to them, it was real. It was really real, and it was hard for them to accept it because they don't want to hear that. They just want to be patted on the back and rubbed on a tushy like a baby. That's what they want. They want to be babied. But when somebody tells them about themselves, like, no, you can't do that, that's not right, then they want to get mad, and then they just want to be like, oh, now it's over, because I'm going to throw a temper tantrum now because you told me something about me. But if you're dealing with somebody, you have a right to tell somebody how you feel about whatever it is. And I feel like you were honest with them, and you told them you're not going to be happy if you keep it up. You think you're gonna find happiness like this? Because this is not where happiness is. And I'm telling you, you really shine the light on them, and after you did, you had them feeling in this 9 of Swords energy. Because the boss you thought they are has dwindled down to someone who is like a hurt tiny person, like a hurt young person. Like, and you know that. Like, they're supposed to be in this energy, but they're not. And they need to look into themselves and also work on themselves so that they can get to a point of true stability and manifestation to be able to be with someone like you, an Empress. You see, they missed out on the most sweetest, shiniest apple of the bunch when it comes to you. Sacred contract. You guys, I didn't even know this was under there. You guys have a sacred contract with one another. So you were their like way out of the cycle of the revolving door cycle that they're stuck in. You were their way out, and they done missed the call. I don't know if you're gonna take them back, but it doesn't look like you're having that. Like, you don't, because you're not trying to play these games. Like, don't play with me. I just heard you probably said that. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You know, because I'm busy and I have things to do. And if you want to be a part of my life, you need to get it right. Okay. Because I'm doing right by you. So If you can't do right by me, then peace. Peace. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get two, whatever comes out to close it off. How you want to close this off, Spirit? If you would like to book a reading, check the description box down below for the information. milkhoneyrose.org, okay? That's a lot of cards. That's too many. I'm not taking all those. Too many, too many, too many. Okay, 2 came out, so I'll take them. Co-create. Come to the edge. Now this person wants to create with you. Now they want to be with you. Now they're thinking about what it would be like to have a baby by you. What would it be like for us to have a business together? What would it be like if I'm around, or if they're around you all the time? Because I think that's my soulmate. So now I got to clean up my act. And you over here breathing like, I'm not fitting to make you or let you mess with my serendipity. Because your happiness is above all for you. Because no place like home is you. You are home. And now this person is homeless. Figuratively speaking. Because you know I said you're home. For the people that was like, what? Okay. Yeah. But that's it for this reading. I hope this message finds who it needs to find. All right. And thank you for being here. Always remember that God is in you and the magic is too, because you are magic. Much love to you. Bye.